And we're underway. Fatal four-ways can be very dangerous, hence the name. A participant wants to stay out of harm's way as much as possible, and whenever possible, let your opponents do the work for you.
You have to wonder where these four competitors are mentally right now, heading into what will undoubtedly be an intense battle. The Florida Keys! Oh. Harsh impact.
Oh, what a combo in here!
Nice.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Since there are no disqualifications in a fatal four-way match, a superstar has to be aware of the fact that if they're in an elimination fatal four-way match, someone who was eliminated can come back for retribution, and it's all legal. So you can eliminate an opponent, and they can interfere in the match later, and there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Byron, you touched on something earlier that's worth repeating. If you're a superstar competing in a fatal four-way elimination match and the competitor is eliminated, they can look to settle a score and affect the outcome of the match later. That's always a possibility in a fatal four-way match because of the no disqualification stipulation.
Michael, that's what I like to call an occupational hazard. We saw an example of that in 2016 during the fatal four-way elimination match to determine the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. The Miz was eliminated from the match, but let's say he had a major influence on the outcome of the contest. Just ask Dean Ambrose.
Oh, what impact!
The fatal four-way match works like this. Four superstars are in the ring all at once. There are no countouts and no disqualifications. You have four superstars who are throwing down in the ring all at the same time, and they can fight anywhere they want to. It's mass hysteria.
Corey, you talked about the ground rules of a fatal four-way match. One thing to keep in mind is that depending on the stipulation, there could be eliminations in the match, meaning that once a superstar is pinned, taps out, is counted out, or is disqualified, they are eliminated from the match. But the battle wages on.
And a stipulation can change the entire complexion of a match. As one may think, a fatal four-way can see an interesting breakdown of temporary allies.
Damn.
No countouts and no disqualifications means anything can happen, and it can happen anywhere.
We're looking at complete domination here.
History was made on Monday Night Raw the night after 2016 SummerSlam event. There was a special fatal four-way elimination match to crown a new Universal Champion. Victory could only be achieved by pinfall or submission. Either Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, or Big Cass would leave the new Universal Champion.
You got him! The cover. There is definitely a big fight feel, a main event feel that night on Raw as Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Big Cass collided In an epic battle, each superstar tried to be as calculated as possible in their attacks. The WWE Universe looked on in awe when Roman Reigns dove over the top rope, out on the floor, and dropped Big Cass in KO.
When it looked like Big Cass asserted his dominance, Kevin Owens eliminated the 7-footer with a frog splash. But when Triple H appeared and pedigreed a battered Roman Reigns, it appeared the game was helping Seth Rollins. On that night, Triple H turned on his protege by way of the pedigree and gave Kevin Owens the path to victory and a Universal Championship.